I want to give you guys a hot take of mine. Though you might be able to argue it's not even a hot take anymore. I believe that Luigi in the current meta of Ultimate is better than Mario competitively. I think that the earlier times of Ultimate, it was very clear how good of a character Mario was. I mean, given how similar he played to his Smash 4 counterpart, it was very easy to translate a lot of things he did in that game to Ultimate. Luigi, on the other hand, got some massive changes like his grab becoming a tether, as well as him getting a significant nerf to his recovery and edgeguarding capabilities with a change to his Cyclone. Though he did get an easy to do 0 to death combo that would quickly be patched so that it would become more difficult for him to do, even though it's still pretty easy to do, a lot of people felt like his flaws severely outweighed his strengths, and with his glaring weaknesses, he would not be nearly as good as he was in the previous game or even viable competitively. Even with the crazy combo game he does have, a lot of people assumed he could only get massive conversions off of a grab. Luigi was seen as one of those characters that could be really good given the right matchup, but as long as you wall him out and avoid the grab, there wasn't much he could do. As time has passed, that opinion is becoming less popular and people are seeing exactly how strong Luigi is and that his strengths do in fact outweigh his flaws. Mario, on the other hand, is still seen as a good character, but as time passes, it feels like people's opinion of the character isn't as high as it was in the beginning of the game.
I think Mario's super duper solid. Like, he definitely earned his spot among some of the best characters in this game.
Aside from some slight optimizations, the character feels as though he was figured out at the very beginning of Ultimate and hasn't shown any significant progress since then and has been power crept by multiple patch updates as well as DLC characters being added. So to summarize, you have Luigi, who was seen as not good in the beginning of the game, but as the character gets optimized, is shown to be much better than people initially thought, and Mario, who was seen as a very strong character and pretty much optimized in the beginning, but as time passes, the opinion of the character is slightly lowering. And like I said, I think Luigi might have finally surpassed his brother in Ultimate. So let's talk about it. To start this off, there is one thing that both brothers excel in, and that is comboing. Both characters have incredible combo capabilities and are able to start them in multiple ways. That being said, Luigi is obviously the better brother at doing this. He has a reliable death combo that he could do at 0%. Mario does have combos that can take stocks at super low percents, but not as consistently as Luigi, and unless Mario has Rage, he's probably not taking a stock at 0% from a single combo. Mario's combo routes can depend a lot on the stage he's playing on, while Luigi doesn't really need to worry that much about it. The most famous death combo Luigi has is started from a grab, but he doesn't actually need to start the combo with a grab in order to do it. It's more character dependent, but he can start the combo with Zair, forward air, neutral air, and some other ways. In addition to death combos, Luigi just has more reliable ways to start combos in general. I feel like they have similar ways to actually start combos, but the main difference between Mario and Luigi is that the hit Luigi needs to actually do it is less situational. That, and a lot of the time, he gets more damage out of the hit he lands. What helps Luigi with this is that he has consistent ways to start combos from a longer distance like Fireball, Grab, and Zair. He also has one of the safest grounded attacks in the entire game with his down tilt, which is also an absurdly good combo starter. Luigi's down tilt is -2 on shield, which means unless you parry the attack or the move is stale enough, there's not a single out of shield option that can punish it. And at the right percent, Luigi can consistently confirm the kills out of it. It's possible for Luigi to combo down tilt into itself and also combo down tilt into an up tilt, which can combo into his up special. Like I said earlier, Mario is also great at comboing, but a lot of his stuff is more situational and not as damaging as Luigi's typically. For example, Mario can also come off of his Fireball, but in order for him to do it, he has to be a further distance than Luigi would need to in order to set it up, as well as do it from a full op usually. I do think Mario is better than Luigi at comboing off of his Fireball, but Luigi being able to use his Zair and Grab in combination with his Fireball really gives him a lot more setups at a distance. Mario's combo game is also pretty limited at low percents. Most of the high damaging combos Mario can do don't work at 0 or lower percents, so he has to settle for a low damaging combo, then hope he can successfully get a reset into a higher damaging one or win neutral again. Rising up air, which is one of his best combo starters, is negative on the hit at lower percents, which severely weakens his combo capabilities and just limits the options he can do in general. The main thing Mario is better than Luigi at is neutral. He has better mobility, especially in the air, that allows Mario to mix up exactly how he's going to approach the opponent or keep them out. Mario also has a frame 3 out of shield option, which is tied for being the fastest out of shield option in the entire game with his up special. And Mario's Fireball, which I mentioned earlier, is a pretty solid long range tool to help him approach or even help keep the opponent at a distance. A pretty underrated neutral tool Mario also has is Flood, which is great at pushing the opponent away from him and also giving him stage control. Luigi does have solid neutral tools, but the problem problem with his is that he lacks the versatility and options that Mario has. Due to having the second worst airspeed in the entire game and one of the floatiest fall speeds, Luigi being in the air can be pretty committal, so he's usually not going to be full hopping. He'll instead be pretty grounded and try to intercept the opponent with a rising drop aerial, land a fireball, hit them with a Zair, landing neutral, R-read an option, and go for a grab. Luigi's limited neutral really comes into play when he's fighting a character that greatly outranges him and has the tools to wall him out. Since jumping isn't going to be as useful in matchups like that, he has to resort to rolling in or trying to parry in order to inch his way forward. These options can be easy to bait out and become a guessing game that isn't in his favor. Luigi, in my opinion, has the best Zair in the entire game when it comes to being used as an attack for a few reasons. The first one is that it's by far the easiest Zair to space in order to make the move as safe as possible. This is due to Luigi's attack animation not being cancelled when he lands with Zair, so the window to get a perfectly spaced Zair is much bigger than it is on other characters. This is great because, like down tilt, Zair is -2 on shield, meaning there's no guaranteed punish when perfectly spaced. Secondly, Luigi can get so much off of landing a Zair. I mentioned this earlier, but it's one of the ways he can start off his death combo. So you have an extremely safe range attack that is also one of your best moves for starting combos. Finally, Luigi is the only character whose Zair can fall below the ledge when he's on stage. This grants him the ability to 2-frame or even hit the opponent before they grab the ledge. He can also combo off of this and close out stocks. Zair is one of Luigi's best neutral tools because of how safe it is on shield and the reward he gets from converting off of it. Despite Luigi's amazing moveset, his neutral is behind Mario's and not as great as it can be due to his mobility, primarily his airspeed combined with his floaty fall speed. When it comes to edgeguarding, Mario does have better options thanks to his fireball, cape, flood, and just being able to use his airspeed to chase the opponent or even 2-frame them with dash attack or forward smash. However, Luigi, in my opinion, is better at ledge trapping due to his Zair hitting below ledge, which forces you to pick an option or get hit, and don't forget, it's possible for Luigi to combo off of this. It's also scary for the opponent because a lot of his options that can close out stocks can still work even though they're at the corner of the stage. The other thing is the low amount of cooldown Luigi has on his attacks, which allows him to easily pressure the opponent, and even if he doesn't hit them, he has enough time to cover a lot of options. Down tilt is the best example since the entire animation is only 13 frames, and it's another option he has that can 2-frame. To put that into perspective, Wolf's up smash hitbox comes out on frame 13. This is rare to see, but Luigi's down taunt is the strongest spike in the entire game, so if he's able to connect on the opponent at the ledge, they will lose their stock at any percent. Along with Luigi's optimized combo game, I believe offstage and disadvantage in general is where Luigi is showing he is potentially better than Mario. The reason I say this is because I don't think Luigi being offstage is as horrendous as people initially thought. What I mean by this is Mario's disadvantage is still better than Luigi's, it's just that it's not by as big of a margin as people initially thought. As long as Luigi isn't super far off stage, it could be pretty difficult to edgeguard him, and in fact, you're probably not going to see people even try to go for it because it could be pretty easy for Luigi to reversal the opponent and it might not be worth the risk reward in some cases. The main reason being Luigi getting a misfire, which can be hard to react to depending on how close you are to Luigi. This is something that I don't think is common knowledge, and it's that Luigi has intangibility frames on his side special. It starts just before he's about to move forward and is on the first frame that his hitbox is active. So if you misspace your edgeguard on Luigi, you can trade with his side special or just outright lose. Luigi's reversal capabilities is the main reason why his disadvantage is better than people thought it was in the beginning. Like I said about his side special, it has intangibility, so unless you're properly spaced, you can lose to the attack. His up special also has intangibility on it, so it can be used to reversal the opponent as well. Luigi's Cyclone has frame 1 invincibility in the air. What this means is that if you're not framed perfectly with your combo, it's possible for Luigi to Cyclone out of it, and at higher percents, he can take your stock because of it. It is possible to bait out the Cyclone and get a harder punish on him because of that, so it can come at a risk. Even without Cyclone, Luigi's neutral air is a pretty strong combo breaking move that comes out on frame 3, and if he lands with it, it can lead to a high damaging combo, or you can take a stock with it. Mario's neutral air comes out on the same frame as Luigi's, so he also has the ability to reversal the opponent or get a combo off of it. I think the position Luigi is the absolute worst in disadvantage is at the ledge. Luigi's options to get off the ledge are pretty limiting, especially because of how floaty he is, and despite his reversal capabilities, he is still susceptible to being juggled. Mario's definitely better than Luigi in every aspect of disadvantage, except he doesn't get as much as Luigi can from reversals and doesn't have a frame 1 option to break combos. I think even if Luigi is more susceptible to being exploited in disadvantage, the fear of making a mistake and potentially losing your stock is huge and makes it not as horrible as we initially thought it was in the beginning. So basically the argument for Luigi being better than Mario is Luigi is a touch of death character that can get his win condition in a number of ways. Though his neutral and disadvantage might be worse than Mario's, due to how ridiculous his combo capabilities can be on top of his ability to close out stocks even in disadvantage, it outweighs his flaws and pushes him ahead of his older brother, in my opinion. And that is it for the video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to drop a like on it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more Smash content. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.